Hello everyone, how's it going? In this video, we're going to talk about what is happening with Ocugen, OCGN stock. So let's get started. So there's some good news and there are some bearish articles that came out, and we are going to try and understand them in depth to make sense of what is actually happening. Let's get started. So this is the first news where Ocugen expands Covaxin commercialization rights to include Canada. Ocugen is basically partnered with another Indian company called Bharat Biotech, and Bharat Biotech is the one who is manufacturing or creating this vaccine, or they hold the rights for it, and they are shelling out the rights for Ocugen to sell it right now in the United States. And now Ocugen has expanded those rights to Canada as well. So similarly, like US, Ocugen will again have 45% of the profit in this particular case as well. So it's talking about commercialization to now also include Canada in addition to Ocugen's existing rights to commercialize Covaxin in the United States. There's a few things that I want to point out, which is going to be helpful in the next few articles that we're going to talk about in this particular video. Let's go over that. Covaxin is an important vaccine for everyone, including children, based on its unique traditional vaccine platform. If you notice, all the vaccines that we have right now, Moderna, Pfizer, especially here in the United States, those are all only approved for the adults and nothing for the children. So that's something to keep an eye for, and I'll bring that later on in the next part of the video. Ocugen will retain 45% of the profit from sales Covaxin in Canada, similar to what they have in deal for US as well. Covaxin has an efficacy rate of 78% overall and 100% in severe COVID-19 case, which is good. And so that's basically telling you how good the vaccine or the efficiency of the vaccine is against the virus. Covaxin is packaged in multi-dose vials that can be stored at 2 degrees to 8 degrees. That's roughly around 34 to 38 degree Fahrenheit. You can double check on me on that, but somewhere in that range. Another thing, Covaxin vaccine or the Covaxin is capable of neutralizing the Brazil variant, the UK variant, and the Indian double mutant variant. That's also something to keep in mind, because the Moderna, the Pfizer were all developed before all these variants came out, whereas Covaxin was developed or it has been tested after these variants have already come out, especially the Indian double mutant variant, which is being considered as one of the most strongest and one of the most notorious variant of all. Now let's go into a few of the bearish articles that have come out. So so far this is the good news about Covaxin and all the goods and roses for it. Now let's go into some of these negative articles that came out. This is from Motley Fool, and it's talking about, did the FDA slam the door on Ocugen's chances of winning authorization for Covaxin? Well, this came out on June 3rd, which is yesterday, and this is talking about the FDA authority or the FDA notice or the report that came out on the 25th of May. Let me come back to this particular FDA report. So the FDA on 25th of May came out with this report, and these guys got time to take out the article right now. So they did whatever they wanted to do, and right now they took it out. So just keep an eye out for such things. Now, in this particular report, FDA is talking about how they can or they may be able to decline any other further EUAs. But let's look into this the way this particular article is talking about, and let's try to analyze how strong this is. One day after the FDA released its new guidance, Ocugen announced plans to file its EUA submission for Covaxin in June. Let's come back to this. The FDA announced it on May 25th, 2021. And this article, this is the Indian article because Bharat Biotech is being referred here. So this article came out on the 25th as well. Ocugen submits master file to FDA on COVID vaccine or Covaxin. It was on the same day, as a matter of fact. So yeah, not one day after like this article is talking about. But anyways, not so much of a big deal. Come down here. It's talking about the FDA specifically stated that it could decline to process EUA request or emergency use authorization. Emergency use authorization, if you don't know what it means, is FDA right now, because of the pandemic, it has authority or it has some leeway to approve these vaccines without going through a full security, full safety standard test. So without that full safety standard test, it can approve some vaccines for the general public. Now, coming back, other than those for vaccines whose developers have engaged in an ongoing manner with the agency during the development of their manufacturing process and clinical trials programs. Now, with the agency, just double check into that. The letter that is, or let me maximize this to make it more emphasized for you. There are certain articles, there are certain wordings that is italicized and certain which is not italicized. Just pay attention to that. During the development of their manufacturing process and clinical trial program, the agency added, these COVID-19 vaccine developers will have had the benefit of FDA feedback early and throughout the development process, italics added. While Ocugen has talked with FDA over the last few months, neither it nor Bharat have worked closely with the agency during the development of the manufacturing process and clinical trials for Covaxin. In Ocugen's press release announcing its intention to file EUA in June, the company said that it's awaiting feedback from the FDA on its master file submission. That doesn't sound like FDA feedback early and throughout the development process. So it's basically saying that Ocugen has not been talking. So Ocugen has talked with FDA over the last few months. Neither it nor Bharat have worked closely with the agency during the development or manufacturing of the process. It's basically saying that there's no communication going on with them and there's not much of discussion going on with them. Now let's come back to this SEC filing from Ocugen. This is from December 31st, 2020. And let me point out to this particular article, which they filed in the article, where they're talking about, we are currently evaluating the clinical and regulatory path of Covaxin in the United States, including obtaining the EUA from US for the FDA, eventually by the BLA license so that they can approve or sell it in the US market, as well as our commercialization strategy if authorized or approved. We have initiated discussions with the FDA regarding the development of Covaxin, but an EUA application has not been submitted yet. At this time, we didn't even have one ready back then, but they're talking about where they have already begun discussions with the FDA. Not only that, they have also begun discussions with the manufacturers of in the United States if they were to approve. So going into that process of already creating and production of vaccine on a larger scale. So that's something to look into. Now let's come back to this particular article, which is the FDA article, and this is the original article that came out, and this article sparked all these reports or all these shenanigans that is coming out. So let's come back to this article. It's talking about, as noted in this guidance, this is from the FDA, for the remainder of the current pandemic, the FDA may decline to review. So it's not even saying that it will decline all of the new EUAs, but saying it may decline to review and process further EUA requests other than those for vaccines whose developers have already engaged with the agency as described in the agency guidelines, emergency use authorization. So it has already described, it's saying it's may decline, and only for those whose developers have already not engaged with the agency, other than those for vaccines whose developers have already engaged with the agency. So only those are not going to be, or are going to be excluded in that. But this particular article, coming back to the Motley Fool, they added a few sentences. Other than those for vaccines whose developers have engaged in an ongoing manner with the agency. This was as part of the FDA. Now, during the development and manufacturing of process clinical trial programs, then feedback and early throughput from the development process, that all is nothing there in this FDA article, something which was, I believe, added on. But just something to look into. Now, this is another article that came out from Investor Place. This is not the first article that they tried to break down Ocugen, but this is another jab at this and try to bring it down. And of course, read it with a grain of salt. No, not something which you want to be fully focused on. So look into this aspect where they're talking about how the vaccine, even if the FDA was to be approved, the vaccines in the United States have already been there. Many people who have already been approved with the vaccine, so there's not much of use of the vaccine at this point. But if you again think about it, the vaccines that are approved right now, these are only for the adults, and the children are still not vaccinated, and that is a majority of that's a big concern, especially for the current administration, where children are still not able to, in many parts, are still not able to go to schools, and that's causing parents, especially single parents, to stay at home and have issues with daycares and the school services. So that's something which they're very much concerned about. So even if the adults are vaccinated, children vaccination is still important, and Covaxin is focusing on that. If you look into this particular video or this particular article which came out from Hindustan Times, it's talking about how Covaxin trials have among children have already begun. And this article came out 2-3 days ago, yes, on the June 1st of 2021, where it's talking about how Covaxin is already under trials for children in this particular hospital in India. So that's something definitely to look into. Now, with this particular news where they're talking about how Covaxin is also going to be commercialized in Canada, and if you look into the Canada population, United States, yes, it's more about 41% have already been vaccinated, about 50% have partially vaccinated with 1 dose. But in Canada, it's only 6% of the population was already vaccinated. But 1 dose, 58% have already been done. So just to keep in mind. But yes, there is still quite a bit of rollout issues that's going on in Canada, and that's something which could be of too much of good for the Ocugen stock. Now let's look into the other aspect. These are all the pricing details for all the other vaccines that have already had the EUA agreement with the United States. So this is about the Pfizer vaccine. Pfizer vaccine is about $19.50. The Moderna vaccine is about $25 to $37 per dose. Similarly, all the other vaccines, but we're more concerned about the vaccines that are here in the United States. So Pfizer is $19.50, $19.50, and Moderna is about $25.37. And if you look into the price of Covaxin, this is the price that they're selling out in India, 400 rupees. And if you convert 400 rupees into dollars, it's only $5 or $6 in the United States. Even if it was for $10 per dose, if they were to include all the cost of conversion and everything, the manufacturing here in the United States, which might be more costly than in India, but it's way less than what they're charging for Moderna or Pfizer here in the United States. So that's something to keep an eye for, and something to look into. With that, take care, stay safe, bye-bye.